Greetings ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to this here replay in the T-34-85 Russian Tier 6 medium tank, or one of the Russian Tier 6 medium tanks. This is a Tier 7 game and we are here on Prokhorovka. Is it called Prokhorovka? I cannot remember, and I'm probably pronouncing that horribly wrong, so apologies to anybody out there who speaks Russian? Maybe? Well, Prokhorovka should be the Battle of Kursk, which should be in Russia, so yeah, apologies out there to anybody who speaks Russian if I've horribly butchered that name. If you've seen some of my other gameplay videos where I'm on this map, then you've probably got a pretty good idea of where I'm going to go. And in this video I should point out that my T-34-85 is fully upgraded. You can tell because if you look at the penetration and damage on the gun, it's 144 penetration and 180 damage. That is most definitely the top 85mm gun. Incidentally, the same gun you use on the Tier 7 mediums, the T-43 and the KV-13. And you'll see more of the KV-13 in the upcoming weeks. So, for those of you who don't know what I'm doing, this is an encounter game, I should point out, and the spot I'm going to works best on encounter, but still kind of works on regular battle. So there's a pair of hills on the far right-hand side of the map, one right at the back at A0, and one at about G0. And if you go partly up the incline to the G0 hill, you can get a lot of spots off on people, and you can generally make a horrible mess of chunks of the enemy team. And this bush in particular is one of my favourites. Just drive up into this bush, deploy my binocular telescopes, and see if I can spot anybody. Usually you can get some spots off on people, especially tank destroyers that like to camp there, where that PZSFL-5 is. So we put a shot into him for 163, which is actually a below average damage roll. It's not very often you get to say that 163 is a below average damage roll for a Tier 6 medium tank. That shot seems to bounce or track him, and oh, we do actually get spotted, which is irritating. Now, I was going to say, if it weren't for that KV-1S, we'd probably not be spotted. The guys at J7 are far enough away that certainly with a camo net, most of the time you don't get spotted if you open fire at them from that bush, which is quite nice. Another below average damage roll for 161. I mean, this gun does 180 average damage, but you know, whatever, I'm rolling for 160 something, it appears, this game. And unfortunately I've already lost approximately half my health. And one of the disadvantages of the T-34-85 is that it gets a little bit less health compared to most of the other same tier medium tanks. So, KV-1S nukes that irritating little Cromwell. There is presumably still a KV-1S up on that hill, so we need to be a little bit careful. But, ooh, hello, Tiger. Now, some people like the Tiger. I am not really one of those people. It's not a terrible tank, but whenever I see one, I just think, ooh, XP Pinata. And I know people think that about the TOG as well, and I'm a massive fan of the TOG, so I don't want to be too harsh on it, but I'm just trying to get some shots off on the Tiger because he has bad armor and lots of health, and you know what health means? Experience and credits. So there we go. An above average damage roll for once, 195. And it is quite satisfying being able to put out... Oh, that one bounces, of course it does. Being able to put out, you know, something like 200 damage from a medium tank at Tier 6. You do, of course, pay for that. The accuracy on this gun is not fantastic, and it doesn't exactly have the best reload. There's the Tiger. Put another shot into him. Another low damage roll, but, you know, not too low. It was 174. I wish I had Sixth Sense, but alas, I do not. So I'm just trying to spot this guy. Someone puts a shot into him. And I'm just spotting him and letting other people do the shooting. Because this close, if I were to pull the trigger, he would spot me and I would reveal my position. But there we go, 179 into him. There's the Tiger P and the PZSFL in the background, and I do not want them shooting me. I want this Tiger to die. Take a bit of a snapshot, or sort of not very aimed shot there. It probably didn't hit, but I thought I'd give it a go. The reload on this gun with the 100% crew is something of the order of 5.5 seconds, which is not completely awful, but it's not exactly brilliant. You know, it's not as fast as the 75mm guns you get on the British, German, Japanese tanks, or the 76mm on the Americans. Have a shot at this PZSFL. Conversely, it's and it's also not as good as the 85mm you get on the Chinese. Conversely, you know, 180 average damage is nice. So you can see, just abusing this bush, someone, KV-1, finishes off that tank destroyer. Tiger P there. Just move a little bit forward to get a shot into his side armour. There we go, 173. And that Tiger has popped back up. So I don't want to outstay my welcome in that spot. But Tiger does not appear to be looking at me, so screw it. Oh no, he looked like he was looking at me. Take a shot. He takes a shot. We both miss. But I pull forward while he's reloading. He sticks part of his tank out again. I have a shot, but it's not very effective. And we're currently winning 8 kills to 6. I don't yet have a kill, but, you know, we're still doing our part. I have a blind shot there. The other thing you might notice is, compared to a lot of the other tier 6 medium tanks, the T-34-85 doesn't carry a vast amount of ammunition. Now, I'm being a little bit trigger happy with my shots. You know, I'm taking very speculative shots. But we're down to 27 rounds of ammunition, regular AP, and you can see that I don't have a huge amount of other ammo types equipped on this tank. So, yeah, it doesn't carry vast amounts of ammo, but again, the alpha damage is quite nice. And Tiger's down. With the death of that Tiger, I should hopefully be able to turn my binoculars on and spot that Tiger P if he's still over there, and work him over. Now, if he's got any sense, when he feels someone shooting him in the side, he could probably just blind fire this bush. See if I can get a shot under the cart. I can there. And this guy's screwed. Oh, he backs off. But he doesn't try and do that. To be fair, he also has other things to worry about. So Tiger P is on 96. We appear to be winning this. We're currently also capping. Fair enough. And IS finishes off that Tiger. A couple of guys have been spotted out in the main section of the field, and I'm pretty confident that everybody on this side of the map has been taken care of. Yeah, so there's the ELC and the T-43 on that main section of field, so that just leaves a T-34, Panzer 38 NA, and a Type 58. There's the Panzer. He drives past me. I have a gun depression fail. And I miss my shot, and someone else kills him. That's annoying. As I say, the accuracy on this gun is not great, and while the aim time on it is not terrible, it feels like, well, with a lot of the guns at tier 6, they have quite bad dispersion on the move, which can get frustrating. So, just Type 58 and T-34 remaining. They are still dangerous, however. T-34 is the, you know, tank below mine in the tech tree, but the Type 58 is basically a T-34-85 with a slightly less punchy gun, but with better DPM. And, no, someone else finishes off the T-34. And reload and shoot at the Type. Put a shot into him, but our team finishes capping the base. So I don't manage to get any other damage off. Didn't actually get any kills that game, but as you will see from the post-battle results, we had a pretty respectable performance, and we certainly contributed quite significantly to the outcome of that game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that replay. I'm not going to have too much gameplay for you in the T-34-85 because, if I'm honest, the way I progressed through the Russian medium tank line meant that I didn't play a huge number of games in this tank. But, you know, there we go. But no, nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.